I'm gonna make a video right here. I'm in my bed, literally. Which is on the floor, by the way. It sucks. But it's been this way for like close to a year, I think. My hair is crazy, dude. I didn't sleep at all. Why not? It's hard to say. Well, I was like on electronics basically all night. I've been feeling very, very weird. And also very alone, but that's not anything new. The weirdness is new. The alone is not new. I don't I don't live with anybody, which is a blessing because I fucking hate people. But I also don't really have a lot of friends. But that's kind of how it's been for like a long time, maybe like, honestly, like years, but I've had little friends sprinkled here and there and people that are kind of like acquaintances. It's like a turning point for me in life, and I just don't know what I'm doing. So I've been like sabotaging, but not really sabotaging anything, just like numbing myself, kind of. I played video games and just was like procrastinating. I applied to a bajillion fucking jobs, and like people messaged me. Probably got like 5 messages back. And like I didn't respond to any of them. Some of them were like 3 days ago. And I've had jobs before where they're like, wow, you didn't respond to us within 24 hours. Like, I responded to this job interview one time within 2 days. And he was like, I noticed that you don't respond very quickly. It's like, I'm sorry, am I supposed to respond immediately? Like, I don't know, that seems stupid to me. But I look crazy right now, but it's okay. I'm happy I grew my hair out a little bit, even if it is kind of crazy right now. I stopped going to the gym because I didn't have any money. And so I was kind of starving myself the past month a lot. And I lost like 10 pounds, which is really sad. But when I was a little kid, I was like neglected physically. So what that means is you're like starved. Sometimes it's an abusive tactic. In my case, it was not. I just had busy parents that didn't always have time to feed me or, you know. So it's part of why I'm so skinny as a person is because I wasn't fed as a kid. Like most normal people are fed. I didn't have, like, maybe one meal a day was what my parents fed themselves, and then us too. And they tried their best, but both my brother and I are very, very skinny because we were starved. Because our parents were just very busy. And now I do that sometimes when I get really stressed, as I starve myself. Because it's like what I'm used to during stressful periods, I guess. It's not helpful, but I went to the bar yesterday after I literally drove out to some place. I thought it would be a park, but it wasn't. There was like houses, and it was in the desert, and it was kind of warm, even though it was nighttime-ish. And I laid on the roof of my car and I looked at the stars and I thought, like, what do I want to even do? What do I want in my life? What do I want? Everyone I've seen that's successful, like, stays in the same place for a long time and builds their life around that place. And I just don't want to fucking do that. Unless I find a place that I really like and this isn't it. And the places I've lived before aren't it. And what I'm learning as I'm living in a myriad of different places is that people are really quite the same. And building a brand is kind of building a reliability. And if you're constantly moving all the time and never working the same job because you don't want to feel trapped, you're not really reliable. So I've never really built anything for myself. I've just moved around all the time. And I'm not even a mutable zodiac sign. So. But I don't know. Like, I wanted to start recording because I felt really weird today. And I don't even know what I want. Like, I don't know. I think, to be a personal trainer. But maybe I'll talk to some people because it's like, for me, I feel like a personal trainer should have their health organized. But it's like, for me, I like am a fucking mess, you know? Like, I've been on a journey of fitness and nutrition for like 6 years, probably 7, really longer than that. And I even went to school and I learned all the books stuff about exercise and nutrition, and I understand it, but it's like I still struggle really fucking hard. And I'm really skinny, you know? You would think a personal trainer would be like muscular, usually, and put together, but that's not me at all. I'm like messy and mentally ill and sad and disorganized, and I feel lonely, and I don't have any friends, and I don't even know what I'm doing, and I'm doing like a bajillion things, but it doesn't matter. I'm definitely not going to be one of those people that has like 100 videos on YouTube and like 100,000 subscribers. I'm going to be the person that has 100,000 videos. 100,000 videos on the internet. 100,000 cringy motherfucking videos on the internet. And which is the product of human loneliness. Wanting to feel seen. I was actually really happy. One of my videos I made, which is a video, it's like World of Warcraft, it got 30 views, which is a lot for me. And then I actually just reached 111 subscribers on YouTube, and I reached 111 followers on Instagram, which is a lot. That's a lot of people. 100 people is a lot. If you were going to go like, basically, perform a show or something and you had 100 people, it would feel like a lot. Sometimes we don't think about that. You could fill up a cute little audience with 30 people. I couldn't even fit 30 people in this room I'm in right now. I've been making a lot of videos because I've just been feeling very stuck. I guess I just had assumed I'd get a job at Dick's Sporting Goods. And it's depressing that I didn't, you know, like, fuck you. Fuck you, I want a job. And the problem is, like, people are dickheads and they're stupid. And it's like, oh, well, what's your 1 year plan? And, you know, I lied to them. And then they don't hire you because you lie. And you also post videos on the internet where they can figure out the truth, which is that you don't want to live in this stupid fucking city. And you want to move back home so they don't hire you. Because you lied to them and said you'll probably live in the city. Because what they want to hear is, oh, I'm a reliable employee who you can hire and I'll be here for 5 years and I'll invest into your company and in 5 years I'll be pouring into you and loving you all the good, good, good. Instead of like, I'm going to care about my own fucking life and my own fucking dreams and what I want to do and follow my passion and not give a shit about your business. Your business is serving a means to an end, which is to pay my bills and make money. Sorry, bitch. I don't care about the mission behind your fucking business. I just will do the job as it's expected of me, do it well, and get paid. And go home. And not think about the job when I'm not on the clock. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna expect somebody to do any fucking less when I hire them as an employee. You know? This is a contract about getting money. I don't know why people are so stupid. We want passion and commitment and blah, blah, blah. Like, please. I just don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. And unfortunately, businesses don't want to hire you if you don't give a shit. They want you to, like, be a people pleaser, bitch boy. No thanks. Not unless you pay me a lot of money. Even so, I wouldn't behave like that. I just hate working for other people too. It's like shit. It's shitty. I've always hated it. I love working for myself. But also working for myself is scary because I have to go out into the world and get business leads, and I hate interacting with human beings. Maybe because I'm autistic. I don't know, but I despise it. I just kind of want a life where I can make money and not have to, like, knock on strangers' doors and ask them if they want to buy what I have, or interact with strangers that I've never met and try to be charismatic and charming, which is like really important quality for business entrepreneurs. And how are you supposed to be that when you're autistic as fuck? Seriously, I'm autistic as fuck. Still trying to find my purpose, even though I got a college degree. It's like crazy. But yeah, that's where my life's at right now. I just played video games like all week. Didn't do anything. Didn't really eat that much either. I always thought maybe my life would be a little bit easier if I had a sugar daddy or like a rich boyfriend. That's what I wanted. But sometimes those guys aren't the guys you actually have a good relationship with. They just pay for things, you know? Which is nice. I like that. But I don't know. Like, this is an answered prayer. I live in my own apartment. I live by myself. I live on my own. I've started my own business. I've followed a lot of my dreams. I finished school. No one gave a shit. No one gave a shit that I got a 4.0. No one gave a shit that I graduated college after dropping out and quitting and being like suicidal and giving up on life and then deciding to not give up. I guess it's just like such a big deal for me and no one gives a fuck. The people at the internship didn't write me a single thank you card. Fuck them. I'm never going to visit them again. Fuck them. I don't even care if they ever hear me say that. Fuck them. Not a single thank you card. Not a cake. Not a thank you card. Not a balloon. And I'm worth all of those things. And I no call, no show a couple times to the internship, but it's like, they're not even fucking paying me. I'm sorry, but I just don't give a shit. If you're not paying me, I just don't give a shit. I'm a diva, okay? Like, very, very much so a diva. I don't even like showing up to shit when I'm getting paid. If it's not like an absorbent amount of money. And even that then, like, I just sort of like stroll my way in. I should be a dominatrix. That's what I should be. You give me $500 and I'm your dominatrix. Your twink dominator. For a certain amount of time. You're going to pay me, and then I'm going to do whatever the hell I want to do, and you're going to obey. That's my dream job right there. The twink dominator. Yes. You give me $500. You do what I want and what I say. You make it interesting for me. I love that. I'm sure someone would. I would have a lot of fun with that. That would be really fun. Maybe I should do that, okay? That's a career change. Screw what I went to college for. Somebody will pay me money, I'll do it. I like that because that sounds kind of fun because that means, you know, people are paying you, but you get to still be in charge. That sounds fun. Anyway. I thought maybe will find something in a different country. I've thought that for a while, like maybe it's in a different country, but I don't know. Is it really? Or am I just delusional and constantly chasing something outside of myself, externally, not looking for something that I can find within, you know? I don't know. I feel very sickly. I feel like I look kind of sickly compared to how I usually look. And I'm thin. Not necessarily. It's bad for me to be this thin. It's really, really bad. Like, extremely thin. And I'm still losing weight. And it's on a downward trend. Over the past 2 months, it's gotten really low. I'm gonna sit like this now. I just feel a lot better when I talk to someone, and I don't have anyone to talk to, so I just make videos. So, there's my plant. I can at least keep a plant alive, okay? So, that's something. These are all my, like, vision board things. I used to read it every day, and I stopped. My internship was so shit. It was, like, the shittiest thing I've ever done in my life, and it was miserable and stupid. And waste of time. It prepared me for corporate America. What a bunch of bullshit. Corporate America is poisonous. was like I was in a gray cubicle with other brainwashed, ugly people. They all looked ugly. All of them. One of them was like 25 and she looked like she was freaking 45. Girl. Probably because she drinks too much alcohol and works in a cubicle. Seriously. But yeah, it was just shitty. Like, I don't want to do that. You know what it is? You know what I want? I want to be on the beach and live on the beach and have fun and sing and dance and do magic. Do I really want to live on the beach? I don't know. Do I want the beach or do I want the forest or do I want the river? Or do I want the desert? I'm in the desert. If I was in World of Warcraft and I could have my house anywhere, where would I want it to be? Where would it feel like home? Do you like the deserts of Mulgore? See, that's a desert. As long as there's some water somewhere. But isn't there global warming, so like there's no water? So maybe it's a better idea to live somewhere that's a lot of water, like the ocean. I don't know. I don't want to leave behind certain friends I've made here. I know I said I didn't have any friends, but I have a few. It wasn't that I'm lying, it's just that you can have quote unquote friends but still feel very alone. The other day I was thinking about, like, the day after I graduated, or maybe, yeah, it was the night I graduated. I thought about, like, how I used to play video games. Well, my brother would play video games with his friends, and I was little, and I was, like, different. I was different from everyone else. I was really cute, and I was blonde, and I was really energetic, and no one wanted to be friends with me, except for, like, little girls. And everyone called me a pimp, which is something you shouldn't call a little, like, 5-year-old boy. Because that was the only acceptable way to make sense of a little boy having a bunch of girlfriends, is to call him a pimp. When really I was gay. And all these girls just felt safe around me because I was just magical little boy. And I always wanted to play video games. It started because my brother would play with other friends of his. And I wanted to feel like I belonged. And I did belong. I felt like I would belong when I would spend time with my brother's friends. Some of them were really nice to me. And when I was by myself, I didn't have any friends. And that developed into a habit for me of playing video games in the dark, by myself, alone, as a teenager. And later, like, as an older teenager and adult, it turned into, like, anger and grief and pain, playing video games and feeling isolated and sad and alone. And I don't even know if I like video games. I'm good at them. somewhat, and I played a lot of them, but it was a way for me to feel less alone as a kid, because I didn't have a lot of people in my life. And I realized that the other day when I finished graduating, like I've been chasing that feeling my whole life. I don't want to play video games until I'm 60. Is there a time to stop playing video games? I don't really know. I don't know about that. But maybe. What would I do instead? I mean, just probably scroll on my phone. So, anyway, my mom is going to buy a house, she thinks, in Oregon. I'm not going to change my life plans for what she's doing, because that's something I would have done in the past. Even though it would be really fun to go live with her and improve a house and earn a profit from it, like, I have to live my own life. And my lease gets up literally in 2 months. A little over 2 months, like 2 months in a week. And I have to figure out what the fuck I'm doing. I have to figure out what the fuck I'm doing. Like, I was postponing thinking about this until I graduated. And I graduated and it was really shitty and no one cared and no one gave a shit. There was no party and there was no celebration. There was no ceremony. Everyone asked me, well, people asked me like, oh, when's the ceremony? And I was just like, I'm not. There is none. Because it's summer. And they told me I could maybe walk in the ceremony in the spring, but it just cost money and I didn't have money, so I didn't. And I had 4.0, perfect grades, and I did a bunch of outside stuff while I was a student and like excelled. And isn't that such an epitome of American culture? Is like you do everything right and you get chewed up and spit out like you're garbage. No celebration, no thank you, no I'm proud of you, no let us get you a cap and gown because you did so well and we take shit tons of money from you. It's ridiculous. So here I am, not sleeping still. Maybe I'll end up sleeping a little bit today, I don't know. It's Sunday right now, so it would be good to plan my week out and just get out of the rut by deciding what I'm going to do for the week. I usually plan out every day on Sunday. That's a really helpful thing. And if I don't, things fall through the cracks. I heard back from certain jobs and I guess I could reach out to them and see. But I don't feel like giving up on life, but I kind of did give up this past week. Thought I would hit the ground running, but I just felt depressed. But I did reach level 42 on World of Warcraft, and I never reached that level before. And 30 people watched my episode 3, which is a lot of people. But I'm sad that I lost weight, and I'm sad that I haven't been focused on making money. I just don't, like, care as much about money, but, like, without money, your life is shit, you know? I just don't care I'd rather like explore and go on adventures and fall in love and do magic. And I understand that all of those things can make you money, but right now, those things don't make me money. And the way I make money is by showing up in a stupid cubicle, feeling miserable, or some equivalent to that. Being a cashier, being a fucking waiter, being behind a stupid fucking desk. And I hate that shit. My skin looks okay. I have a lot of pimples over here. They've been there a long time. My hair is kind of balding, but it's been that way for a while too. Two things I would really like is maybe to clear my skin up, and I would also like to not have hair that's balding. Those are things I've wished for a long time. So I don't think I'll take a break from World of Warcraft this week. I have plenty of content. I just need to post it, you know? And I also have other video game series to create, like Skyrim and Oblivion, and I need to get back into dancing and all of this, but sometimes it can feel kind of hard when you feel like you're alone. It can be liberating, but it can also be hard, you know? Because when you're alone, it's like no one's helping you. It's just you by yourself. I feel like I have no good angles right now, but whatever. I feel like all my angles look crazy. My hair was so pretty. I was looking at pictures. It was so pretty like 5 years ago. It was stunning. Maybe 5 years from now, I'll look back on my hair now and say it was stunning, but goes to show you should appreciate what you have when you have it, I guess. I've started this year doing a lot of things, finally, that I've done a lot of growth. I finished school, and I started doing a lot of things that I want to do. I actually did martial arts for the first time, even though I didn't do a lot of it. I've been dancing more, I've been singing more. I've even done Shakespeare, which I really like Shakespeare. I started a business, which is really big. You gotta be resilient and keep going. That's the hardest part. I started a YouTube channel. I started social media. Things are going pretty good. I've come a very, very long way. I don't give a fuck anymore about if people think I'm cringe. I was trapped in that cage for so long. Such a waste of energy and time. I don't give a fuck. The truth is, like, I got 111 subscribers on YouTube, and I got 111 followers on Instagram at the same time. And I got 1,600 people on TikTok, which is kind of crazy. And I think some of them are bots, but 1,600 is still 1,600 But yeah, it's August 15th, like 2025-ish. So, yeah, fuck academia, fuck college, fuck school. I never will associate or affiliate myself with this college ever again. Like, didn't give two fucks about me. Didn't care. Didn't care about my graduation. Didn't care that I was a perfect student. Didn't invest into me at all. In fact, I learned everything myself. I feel like I don't know. Is this really what I want? I don't know if I want to be a personal trainer. I want to be an extraordinary person who does whatever the hell I want to do. Not just one thing. Very creative, kind of. But yeah, I made an Instagram post yesterday about my there's all my clothes on the floor. This jacket I love because I got it at H&M, and I love the color pink. As you can tell, pink. I'm sure there's more pink in here. I have Jigglypuff. I have a Jigglypuff and a Bulbasaur stuffed animal. My socks are pink, some of them. But I love pink. My hair feels all crazy, dude. But it is what it is. Anyway. I like this jacket because I wore it on a first date. I bought it for a first date one time. And I wore it on that first date. And I think about that a lot. Even though I don't talk to that guy. But it doesn't matter. So, we're approaching the fall equinox, which is on September 20th. I've got a big turning point coming around for me in life. I need to stay focused on my vision, which is all on my vision board. Most of my goals revolve around my health, my business or career, and my creativity. Yeah, a lot of my goals revolve around just that. Like what my body can do too. So, is there anything else we should talk about? I think I'm gonna get everything I want, but it's not gonna come without work. That's just how it is, you know. Really wish I kind of had a comb, actually. Feel like a comb could feel really good. Yeah, see how skinny my arms is? Well, maybe not too skinny, but definitely a lot skinnier than it was like a month or two ago. I was really buff, and I just lost everything. That's what happens sometimes when you get sick too, like people get sick. they lose all their progress they've made. Look how poofy and, I don't know. I don't like the way my hair looks, but we're gonna comb it nonetheless. If I'm honest, I don't like the way my hair looks. If I'm honest, I'll pick myself apart physically about the things I dislike. But I try really hard to be delusional all the time. Tell myself I love the way I look and love what I see when I look in the mirror. It does help. But if you're very, very honest, usually you're a bit more pessimistic than that with your own appearance. But it's good to be delusional because it just is. Makes you feel a little bit better. I look so good right now. Man, this feels really nice. Ooh, I feel hair's coming. But yeah, I really want really luxurious hair. That's my goal. I've never really had that, but it would be fun to have, I feel like. On my head, connected to my body. Okay, well, I'm gonna move now my hair back or whatever. Okay, we're done combing. So yeah, that's basically everything. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing in life. Breaking a lot of curses, I can tell. Because my mom acts in a completely different way from me and my dad too. Especially if they were in front of a camera, they'd act very, very different. And I'm very, very honest and real and authentic. My mom struggles to be that way. And she can be, but she's very complicated as a person. She's got a lot of different multifaceted parts of herself, and it's hard to know what to be when a camera's in front of you, but eventually you just realize you don't have to be anything. You can just be whatever the fuck you are. My dad is a businessman, so he doesn't like to be controversial. Someone asked me once, are your parents really, really hot because you're hot? And I said, no, not at all. I think they're pretty in their own ways, but definitely not like the hot people in school, which is how some people saw me, which is really nice. Well, is there anything else we should talk about? I'm actually really proud I got 111 subscribers. I'm really proud of that. I just feel like, I don't know, I don't even edit these videos. You know? I just upload them. I should probably try to improve something for the fall, for my YouTube videos and stuff. Just one thing. And stay consistent. I love posting to social media, I really do. I think I'm going to make a career out of it. Because I enjoy it. You know? And you can do whatever the fuck you want and, do whatever the fuck you want. Be whoever the fuck you want. Doesn't matter. But I have to decide, who do I want to be? And I think I'm trying to do that with what I'm practicing, with singing and dancing and all that. You know? But yeah, I just feel really weird. I'm hungry. I don't know what I'm doing. There's something Bashar says, which is a alien from another planet. He says that finding light through the experience of extreme darkness is what it means to be human. And when you can do that, when you can be brave enough to go into an experience as a human where there's so much limitation and there's so much difficulty and there's so much adversity and there's so much darkness, and try to find your way home through that and try to find your way to light through that. There's extreme nobility in that, and it demonstrates to other entities in the universe that anything is possible. Because other entities and aliens and whatever beings from other places live and experience their lives without as much limitations. So maybe they aren't completely alone in the universe, and they can connect to each other and talk to each other, and they can maybe even commune with people that have passed on, and they can learn from things, and there's a lot of intellectual connection and spiritual connection and science and books and literature and all that. Versus on Earth, we just think we're floating on this rung all by ourselves. We can't connect to anyone else. Lots of people are just living shitty jobs, working shitty jobs, accepting the shit that is most of the human experience. And there's several people who don't want that and try to break out of it and try to find the light and the meaning. And it's very rare because there's so many people in like a rat race, basically. And the whole goal is to break out so you can find your truth again. Which is more than just the rat race in a cubicle. Getting sick like the chickens that are caged, forced to lay eggs and get killed to be sold at grocery stores. Or the cows that just get forced, milked. That's not what life is supposed to be. And that's what Americans have made life. Industrial. Is it the country? Do I need to leave? I don't know. That was something in my mind, so maybe Washington isn't so bad of an idea. Washington State. Maybe I will set my eyes on that. That is what I wanted. Maybe I need to commit to what the fuck I said I would do, which is I wanted to move to Washington State. I wanted to gain weight. I don't know how. I need to buy food. Okay. And I can have my own fucking apartment in Washington State. That's what I wanted. I don't want roommates. I don't want to compensate. I want to live by my fucking self. And I can do that. And I will do that. I will make it fucking happen. Somehow. And I didn't get this stupid fucking job that I didn't want anyways. It sounded like shit. And it's hard for me to get a job, but whatever the fuck, someone's gonna hire me. Someone's gonna care about what I want and the vision I have and how I don't want to stay in New Mexico. They're gonna still invest into me and give a shit about me. That's gonna happen. And I'm gonna get multiple streams of income from my business, from multiple places, from maybe a brand deal that I've been looking at, maybe other things. Make it fucking happen. That's just gonna happen. And I feel like Washington, I don't have to know what comes after Washington State. I just have to know what the next steps is. And I think I want to go to fucking Washington State because that was my fucking plan. That was my plan in 2015. That was my plan. To get a college degree, and I failed and I dropped out and everything went to shit. And even if no one gives a flying fuck when I graduate from that, even if it looks exactly the same as this graduation, which is no balloons, no cake, no one gives a shit, I buy myself a $5 cake from the grocery store and eat it by myself on a park bench at 11 o'clock at night, looking over the city lights, alone, reminiscing on my loneliness as a little kid, feeling whatever, like sad and shit. Like, even if it looks just like that. I can only be in charge of, like, myself, you know? And so, it is what it fucking is, and I'll just end up doing it, you know? But I'll be proud of myself. You know, maybe I can tell people about this shitty experience, and maybe people that I love will help me make it special when I finish school. That would be really, really warm. And I'm gonna find a job that's not miserable, that I like, that's in alignment with the work I want to do. That's what I'm gonna do. And it starts today, but today might start with a big sleep because I haven't slept and it's 8 a.m. It's 8 a.m. outside and I haven't slept. So, thanks for watching my silly YouTube video on August fucking 17th. God damn it, dude. I have a credit card due today. Fuck. Fuck. Feels like it was just the start of the month and I don't know. Now it's almost over. And I've just like fucking dissociated the whole month. Last month too. So, whatever. I'm gonna just get up when I wake up, do what I want to do, need to do. Like planning my week. And that's all I really have to focus on. And then executing my plan throughout the week. And then we're fucking good. So, thanks for watching. August 17th, 2025. My God.